Oh no, who could have saw that coming, huh? Ooh, Rocksteady Games having trouble? Oh no. Well, anyway, for the rest of us in reality that saw this coming like a meteor from space, here's Rocksteady Studios beginning to cut staff in response to the failure of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. QA team reportedly reduced by half. Oh no. Oh, golly gosh darn, what a great game to go the way of the dodo. Oh no. You remember Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has the genius premise of the Suicide Squad killing the Justice League. You know, because screw heroism, right? Screw heroes. Heroes are boring. We want villains to pee on them. That makes perfect sense. It happened. It happened in the game. Captain Boomerang takes a whiz right on dead Flash's face. That's right. That's the level of like, this is what you want to like invest your time in, according to Rocksteady. That's what they expect you to be like, haha, I would totally take a pee on the guy that I didn't like. You got me. Yeah, that's what they expected you to do. Seal clap and all. Hopefully with the nasal congestion too, because man, it's out there. But guess what? It didn't work. It didn't work because for some reason, 33 team members, right, got reduced down to 15 just like that. Just like that. Oh no. Oh no, you may think like, oh no, this is terrible. This will completely neuter their experience. They won't be able to produce any more wonderful games like they have in the past 10 years, right? Like all these storied games from Rocksteady that we know and love and rely on and play over and over and over. I can't think of a single one. I don't know about you. I can't think of a single one. There might have been some bangers out there that I missed in the last 10 years. I'm talking back to 2014, by the way. It's been 10 years, fellows. It's been 10 years since 2014, believe it or not. Have you seen anything good from them come out since then? I don't think so. And on the anniversary of that date that I pulled out of thin air, numerous junior staff, but also several real deal, totally friendly team members that were employed at Rocksteady for more than 5 years are no longer employed at Rocksteady. Now, of course, as multiple other sources have noted, this is not necessarily the end of the road for these employees. Most of what these game dev studios do, most of what they do is they traffic the same people around and around and around and around and around. So these people get laid off, and the investors go, ah, bravo, you're doing something about this, getting rid of all those trouble causes, those rabble-rousers, yes, get rid of them, get them out of our game studio, yes. And then 5 years later, they're like, come on in, this is great. And then the investors go, yes, this is a wonderful idea, this is a great person, I love their resume, I'm glad to have them back, they did great work before. It's wonderful. It's a great little circle. It's a great little circle. It never ends. It never ends. But speaking of the circle of life, apparently, to add insult to injury, one staff member was reportedly on paternity leave when they got one of those pink slips that said, clean out your desk or we will. And according to the members on the team, these people that were let go from Rocksteady Games, particularly this department, were team members with specialized knowledge, you know, like the secrets to landing on the moon or whatever. Because making video games is a lot like making a philosopher's stone. You have to know what you're doing or else you end up with a jug of wee-wee. Oh no, not a jug of wee-wee. Anyway, Grumps had this to say about it. It says, there is a tragic cost to DEI in hiring Sweet Baby Inc. You would remember, by the way, that Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is a Sweet Baby Inc. Produced or assisted property, if you will. I would say produced because I don't think they go in and work with anybody. I think everybody gets a collar around their throat with that neat little Sweet Baby Inc. icon on it. And whenever they speak out, it zaps them like a dog. Your flip virtue signal decisions are costing jobs, studios, is what he says to Rocksteady and others. And he says, it's easy to avoid this mistakes. Just don't hire SBI and don't go woke. Believe it or not, it is easier than you think because, you know, we saw Black Myth Wukong take off, right? And what did they do? They just delivered a monkey game. They said, you like monkey? Here is Monkey. We made him a Monkey Man. Have a Monkey Man game. And what did you get? You got a Monkey Man game. Isn't it amazing when you just tell people what they're going to get and they get it and they're like, whoa, I got the thing you told me I was going to get. That's crazy. It's absolutely insane. It's kind of business stuff that's just totally lost. Like that ancient technology that those Rocksteady employees that are now just on to the wind, right? People that got us to the moon or whatever, that sacred technology to making video games. Learning the law over here at Manga Lawyer, he says experts like fake Jason Schreier, known for attacking George Kamitani from Vanillaware without reason, claim Rocksteady's downfall has nothing to do with ideology. Nothing at all to do with it, fellas. Not a thing. Okay, I guess. Let's take a look at their office. Wow. Can you imagine getting anything done in this circus, right? Like, that's not even like a permanent decoration. That's like somebody like, hey, come on in and gay it up in here, would you? Like, we rented a space for the weekend. Could you just gay it up a little bit here for the photos? You know, you could even see the wrinkles of where this stuff was just fresh out the package. Like, this came off the boat from China and right up on the wall. Then a picture was taken and everybody walked away. And I don't know about this photo over here on the right. I'm just gonna highlight it for you over here. I don't think this is a real guy. Oh, that didn't help it. Let's go back over here where it's bigger. Yeah, so I don't think this is real as far as, like, a guy is actually painting this on the wall. Note there's no ladder, and, like, I don't know, man. He doesn't look like he's got go-go gadget legs. Looks like he's got a loincloth. But, Anyway, loincloth guy up on the wall there doing his thing. Because, you know, you gotta, I guess. And then this is the Rocksteady flag that hangs out on the library desk. And then there is I don't know what that is. What's that? Is that Batman? Is that Superman? That's Red Sun Superman, right? Oh, that's great. Communist symbol, right? I think that's Red Sun Superman. Yeah. Great. Great work, Rocksteady. You know, you got the right priorities here. Like, your office looks like it was put together for an episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I know what I'm talking about, trust me. It's like one of those pop-up businesses that Danny DeVito's kids came up with, right? You know, and he's got to be like the front desk person, and that's what he thinks is going to, like, make the Zoomers like him as communist Superman. The communism's popular with all the kids these days. They love the I sound like Bill Cosby, sorry. They love the communists. We got communist Superman. What's more American communist than American Superman with a swastika, woof, with a Soviet sickle and hammer on his chest? They're the same thing. Who cares? But you can just see the whole episode. You can see the whole episode. This absolutely looks like an Always Sunny in Philadelphia scam set, right? Like, they've come up with some scam to pretend that they're video game developers. And this is what their office looks like. I guarantee you. But we've got Cyael coming off the top rope here, and he's got a really good point. If you don't know it, just go out and follow Cyael here. He's got some really great takes. It's at Cyael, Cyael. And it is thankful for Rocksteady and Sweet Baby Inc. accelerating woke rejection. Wait until the Money Bunny made the first descent, wait until the Money Bunny made of whatever. He also types fast, okay? Just giving him a break, all right? He's a good guy. Suicide Squd, but Harley Quinn's sex appeal offends activists. Feminine Poison Ivy turned into a child. Gaming's Disney on full display. Okay? And that's what it is. Take a look at this. And he points out, like, not only is it bizarrely overweight Mrs. Freeze, okay? It's not Nora either, you know? It's Victoria or whatever. Victa or something, I'm not sure. But they also put this on this character. I have no idea what this is. You know when you give, like, little kids one of those decorating apps there, they have, like, all the stickers and they just click on things and drag them all over the place and they're like, look, it's an elephant. And you have to be like, yeah. And it's just a bunch of colors all over the place and a couple of stickers and just some wild stuff. It no way looks like an elephant. There you go. Right there. I don't know what this is. Part of what makes Batman's villains attractive, not in the sense that you want to get in bed with them, but the reason why that they have staying power in the market, it's not just the Joker. The reason why the villains have staying power in the market is because they're intimidating. Even the Penguin with his weird little laugh, even that dumb thing, he's still pretty kind of intimidating. Little fat guy's got an umbrella that'll kill you in a myriad of different ways. And not only that, he's connected with the underworld, so if he doesn't get you, somebody else that respects him or at least wants his money will. All right? Same thing with Two-Face. He's an intimidating guy. He's got connections and he's a bit of a sociopath. Well, I would say a total psychopath, actually, when you get down to it. And, you go through Batman's rogues gallery. They're intimidating. This is not intimidating. Now, do you strip this character down to, like, the basics of the costume? Still kind of weird. Still kind of not that intimidating. It's not because she's a woman. Wonder Woman's out there. She kicks plenty of butt. Don't worry. What you're dealing with is a design that on its face is not meant to evoke any kind of feeling of conquest. It is designed to carry a "you can't stop me, Dad" energy. You're not here right now, Dad. You can't tell me what to do, Dad. And that's what this energy is. It's an absolute rebellion against somebody's father figure. I'm sorry. Like, there's a way to present a lesbian character without quite literally branding their hip with the lesbian icons, okay? I have no idea what the motivation... They made people pay money for this, by the way. This wasn't free. People had to pay money for this. Amazing. Then you've got Harley Quinn, who has a wet bag of flour inside of her, just Brie Larson butt, I guess. A little more butt than Brie Larson? I'm not sure, but yeah. No butt here, that's for sure. No butts with Harley Quinn. God forbid that this character you spend most of the time looking at from behind has anything entertaining back there to look at, but bravo for them admitting that this costume was better than what they cooked up. And then they decided, as noted by Cyael, to childify Ivy. Now, you'll remember, too, guys, as we're reminded by Hark Reb Spice Wars here, everybody knows, because there are PDFs in the world, never forget the writing in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League's game, where half of the writers were Sweet Baby Inc., it seems, where Poison Ivy is a child that looks like Greta Thunberg, and Harley jokingly refers to her as fun-sized and tries to remind her of their very sexualized lesbian relationship. Okay? This is a child character. She is presented as being... I'm sorry. I just try to understand this stuff. I try to get to the root of it so that I know what it looks like when I see it again. I know on its face this is wrong, but I'm trying to understand the thinking, so when it takes a different form, I'd be like, aha, I can do that. I can do that DiCaprio meme. Remember the DiCaprio meme? The pointing at the TV thing? I can do that, because I want to learn what this is. I know what it's meant to do, that it's meant to evoke like some creepy sort of feeling, but I think Sweet Baby Inc., of course, went too far with it and caused like legitimate questions about Harley trying to get with a child. An under 18 child in any form that takes, be it 17, 14, 13, 8, however, it's a child, under 18. It's bizarre to me that they went this far, and I don't get it. I'm still hung up on it. I think about it a lot, because I think about it a lot, and I want to word it right because I don't want to get sued by these people for accusing them. But when you understand how Hollywood functions, And then you start to understand how Hollywood is kind of carried out in American style gaming. Like there's a lot, again, like Kojima example, there's a lot of cutscene play with American gaming. There's more cinematic storytelling through like stopping the gameplay entirely to show you a cutscene like this, you know, to introduce whatever atmosphere they want to do. And so when you understand how insidious and backwards and evil Hollywood is, and then you see something like this in gaming from an American gaming studio, it sticks with you. You try to make excuses in your mind because you're like, an American studio would do this. Like, you know, Asia's a different part of the world. They have different standards in the law. They have different ideas about maturity. I don't live there. I live in the US. And I get uncomfortable when this kind of stuff right here, this right here, I can't make sense of it, when I can't reason out, when I can't make an excuse, when I can't find a way for the character to fight their way out of being brainwashed into believing that they should be involved in a heavily inappropriate relationship. And it's quick. It's quick, but it still keeps these undertones as the story goes. But it's quick, right? But it was deliberate. That wasn't something that got through by accident. Somebody had to animate that. Somebody had to speak it out loud. Then they had to go in and do all the shading and all this jazz, put the music in, the sound effects. There were a lot of people that had to go through this that weren't like, hey, we can't do that. That sounds an awful lot like Epstein. I don't know about you, but it keeps me up at night wondering what the hell is going on with these people. Why it's just everywhere in entertainment. And you can find it in gaming now. It was in television, now it's in gaming, now it's in books, comics. Pretty soon it'll be leaking into manga, more so. It's, I don't know. It really makes you wonder what goes on to get these people into the positions that they're in. You know, and then we have the beautiful ending of Arkham Batman to add insult to misery. You know, one of Kevin Conroy's final jobs. I believe this was either his final scene as the Arkham Batman, or this was the next to final job he had as the Arkham Batman. And as you can see, they are taking their sweet time after beating the living heck out of him. This is a Brainiac infected Arkham Batman. And there he is, sassing Harley and, accepting his fate. And there she is lifting the gun. And there she is doing the deed as he looks her in the eye. And bang. Thankfully, they decided not to show us the whole thing here of him, but there he is, laying on the ground, done. It's over with. Knocked over the bench he was seated on, but that's how that ends. That's how that ends. And so I implore you to think for a minute, all right, what they did here. We just went through all that long thing with Poison Ivy and how disturbing that was, and then the decision to make the heroes you can't repair them. They're broken forever. They're permanently under Brainiac's control. They can't be unbrainiaced. Yeah. And so you have to execute Batman, who in the games where this universe is based out of, has been an incredibly tortured character already. Has suffered an immense amount of loss already. And now this. This is how they decide to send him out. Not in any glorious self-sacrifice, but as a smack-talking, brainwashed, glowy-eyed weirdo. And then Kevin Conroy passed away. Now, however you feel about him, a lot of people regard him as the voice of Batman. So there will never be another way to undo this or conquer it or retake it and do something different with it. It's over. And that's what they did, and they knew they were doing it, and they took pride in it, and they thought they were clever. At worst, they thought they were getting revenge on you, revenge on me, people who had respect for how that character was executed. Not in this manner, but how the playthrough and story and what he went through, you know. But that's what they did. And they did it with a version of Harley that a lot of women with father issues attached to. Now, I get it. There's ladies out there that think that this is a neat idea. The Joker and Harley are such a romantic couple. I get it. They think that that's just a blast to see Harley, with the Joker, and the Joker is so devoted to her, and she is so devoted to him. And they think that that is just such a wonderful love, completely ignoring all the Stockholm syndrome there, how Harley came to be, and the Joker randomly beating the hell out of her and abandoning her and leaving her for dead constantly. So whatever. That's romance in your mind, whatever. But this is the Harley that they use. They use not just the basis Harley from the movie Suicide Squad that everybody just roared about and loved, just thought it was a great movie ever, especially the soundtrack, just absolutely wonderful, right? But then they built on that and made her more obnoxious. Like the most obnoxious looking Harley Quinn they could create. Executes Batman. Just ends him like that. And I'm fed up with it. I really am. So I'm glad. I'm glad. They say, oh, you dance on the graves of these games. You better believe I am. Because you know what? Sweet Baby Inc. is dancing all over every game studio that they ever work with as they get put 6 feet under, either by debt or just simply going out from the, trying to compete in a market where they're dealing with a broken product from the get-go, okay? You're damn right I'm going to dance on the grave of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. You wonder why? It was a stupid idea to begin with. Then you brought in Sweet Baby Inc. to make it even dumber. I was going to say stupider, but that's not a word, maybe. Anyway, it's even dumber. And then you compound that by executing Batman in the most inglorious manner possible. A Batman that a great deal of people had an attachment to, and then you expect the player to go on enjoying the experience of playing Batman's killer or being on the same team and continuing having to see Harley in a leadership position after this, calling the shots in every cutscene, doing most of the talking, dealing with Amanda Waller and her big old bug eyes and Cancer Lex. And that whatever, right? The game can go to hell. It's not worth the powder to blow it to hell, to be honest. But it can go to hell, and I'm glad for it. I hope that every game in development that thought it was going to be as great as Concord and Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League sees these past 2 weeks and says, nuh-uh, putting a full stop on that, and we're going back to Pac-Man. But I don't know, guys. Until the next one, good luck out there.